Good kill, good kill.
Okay, Sam Lodge, stroke 8, nose 5, low, break right.
Hey guys, how you doing? Over the past 18 months that I've had the channel, a lot of you have been asking to see my setup. So for the first time, I'm going to show it off here today. I've posted some pictures in the past, but I thought making a video would be pretty cool. You guys might want to see things in a little more detail, and lots of questions I'm sure people will have. I'd be happy to answer them. Just drop them in the comment section below. Basically, I moved into a new house and I was able to dedicate an entire room to the DCS setup, essentially. We'll look at everything in detail in this video, just a few minutes, nothing too crazy. You can see there, that was the Winwing stick and throttle. I got the Thrustmaster there. That's my HP OMEN. That's the computer that does all the heavy lifting around here. And those SD drives, the SSD drives, sorry, on top there, those are my storage, mostly for editing stuff. We got a couple keyboards. I basically got a dual setup here because the stick, the way it's mounted, it kind of stops you from being able to use one half of it just for casual computer work or editing or things like that. So I need the other half to do that kind of stuff. We got the trackir up here, very useful. And yeah, so I got to use that half to do my editing, the right half, and then I use the left half to actually fly. This is the Warthog Throttle by Thrustmaster. One of my favorite sticks for sure. And we got the Warthog Throttle right there. Alright, let's go and look at things in a little more detail here. Alright, so this is the HP OMEN. It's basically where I do all the heavy lifting for the channel, play all the DCS stuff. But the specs are always in every video description. I'm going to show you a couple things here. We got the GTX 1080 Ti, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and there hasn't been anything that I could throw at this computer that it hasn't been able to handle just yet. We got a little keyboard with the LED lighting, and we got the Razer Mouse. This red mouse you see here by Entertainment Tech, or whatever that says, it's mostly just designed to be a silent mouse. I got it recently for the TAC view because a lot of people were complaining about the ticking. Right here we got the Blue Yeti microphone. This is what I use. It's what I'm using right now to talk to you. It's a really nice microphone, really sensitive. It does pick up a little bit of background sound, but I think I've been getting better with getting the sound right. And right here we got the Thrustmaster Warthog stick, and it's a very high quality stick. It is a little more expensive, obviously. You get what you pay for, but I'm very happy with it. I like it just in a simple mount like this that I can pick up and put down on the table wherever I want to, and I'm not restricted to being mounted to a certain position on the desk. So big fan of this stick right here. The Thrustmaster throttle here, it's pretty decent. I like it. It's a little compact since I've had the Winwing one, but still a quality throttle. Very happy with this. And now we have the Winwing F18 stick here, and it's a very nice stick. It's got a lot of good features. I actually kind of quite like it. There's obviously a couple little things that could be improved. We'll talk about that in a review video coming up soon, but generally speaking, it's a very nice stick. I like the position of the mount. I kind of like having it realistically where it would sit in real life, and overall it's a pretty good looking stick. Here we got the Winwing throttle. This, I'm a huge fan of this. This is a beautiful throttle. The LED lighting is marvelous. Just everything, the functionality, the quality, the mount, everything is pretty impressive. Very impressed with this throttle. Here we got the trackir 5. I use this over VR. I'm just not sure that the VR resolution technology is there just yet, and it's relatively important when it comes to spotting targets. Trackir is one of the more important things that you will need for DCS. You can definitely get away with a $50 stick. About 2/3 of the content you see on the channel I created with the Thrustmaster 16000M, which is just a very simple stick. Costs about 50 bucks with the throttle and everything. I think that's accurate. So relatively cheap, but I was fine with it. You know, I could definitely put up a fight. I was I didn't see any flight hits in terms of how well I could fly the aircraft with a $50 stick versus a $300 stick. You just have to know what you're doing. But when it comes to trackir, I really don't think you can cheap out on it. I think it's a very important thing for DCS. There's no way you can dogfight somebody like you're seeing in this footage here without trackir. I mean, people have things bound to look up, down, right, left, but that's just a pain in the ass, and it makes it very difficult to dogfight something if you can't turn your head and keep an eye on it. So I highly recommend trackir over VR, but VR gives you a lot of things that trackir can't, and that's like immersive, being really there. Almost feels like it's real life kind of thing. So you got to take your pick. Everything's got its pros and cons. So, you know, you got to make that decision for yourself which way you want to go. I'm looking into getting VR soon, but just for the experience, I'll probably always fly my fights for the channel using trackir. Just makes it easier to spot things, and you know, with the resolution being cleaner and more crisp on a monitor than in VR, I definitely think that it's beneficial to use trackir. Alright guys, so that's pretty much my setup. I don't want to get too crazy with it. I don't like a 40-minute video for something that really doesn't need to be that long. And just my 2 cents on some stuff with DCS, with the trackir and the sticks and everything. I can recommend sticks, and we can review sticks down the road if you guys want. Just drop a comment below here. And you know, for the most part, that's it. This is the setup. It's nothing too crazy. I've seen more intense stuff, but this is what I use, and I'm pretty happy with what I got here. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope everybody who wanted to see a setup video is satisfied with what they're seeing here. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.